What's up, fine people of Ada Moorings? The king of the neighborhood fantasy league recap is coming at you today by your boys, the Pool Boys. I am Kemper. You know this loser over here, Ethan, and we are here to recap your fantasy league. Let's get started.
Let's do this thing. So yes, the king of the neighborhood, one of the most illustrious fantasy leagues in all of Michigan. And yes, we are here to recap it. So first, Kemper, why don't you take us through what happened in the draft?
The draft was interesting. No surprise, Jonathan Taylor went number 1 to Dawn Sells Mahomes. CMC fell all the way to 4th, which was quite a steal for Shigatox Avengers. Justin Herbert, first quarterback taken off the board. Maybe a little controversial, but he's a great quarterback. Thought you knew
great
something
head of
there.
Hair.
Ada Space Force.
He's got a great head of hair.
He does have great hair, and maybe I think Jason may have just been a little jealous of that, and I get it. He's got great hair. Round 4, a lot of wide receivers taken. Deebo Samuel kind of kicked off the trend. Ada Beavers took Deebo. Started something special there. And then Neil before Zod takes 2 quarterbacks before What Am I Doing takes his first, who ended up being Tom Brady in the 15th round. Terrible pick. Wishes he had it back. But anyway, there's your draft recap.
I do wish I had that back. All right, now it's time to give out some of our badges according to this draft. So first we're giving out, it's kind of like our head scratching badge. So we were looking at, we analyzed the entire thing, all 15, 16 rounds. And Joe, buck yourself. I mean, Joe, you took James Conner in the 2nd round. We're talking about James Conner here. Cardinals, one of the more disappointing teams in the league. James Conner can't stay healthy. And this is who you're banking on to be your workhorse. Anyway, little head scratching there, man. Little head scratching. Although next batch we got to give out is our yoink going to the steal of the draft, because Neil before Zod got Josh Jacobs in the 9th round. The 9th round. And look at that. He's got the chain. He is hungry. He wanted to show why he was RB1 on the season. And to get him in the 9th, ungodly. Sharon, well done. We are definitely kneeling before you because of that pick. And then the last batch, you wish you had that one back. Because once again, Joe, buck yourself. You went for that shiny name in Allen Robinson. He was a splashy signing for the Rams, pairing him with Matt Stafford, pairing him with Cooper Kupp. It's going to be amazing. Didn't turn out that way. As you see from his picture, he can't catch the ball in the end zone. I think Matt Stafford forgot he was on the team. But the worst part is you picked him 1 pick before Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was wide receiver 8 on the season, on the whole season. So, yeah, just like Ryan Reynolds on there, you wish you had that one back. Damn it.
Let's take a look at the biggest blowout of the season. And this one belongs to our 2 friends, Ada Beavers and River Bottom Nightmare. Okay, River Bottom, 73 points, pretty weak. Ada Beavers, 177. That's 103.84 point blowout in week 11. This is well into the season. This is not like you don't know who these guys are, if they're going to be any good or not. You chose this team, handcrafted throughout the season, waiver claims, everything, to get blown out by 103. Woof. Paulie D's like, yo, I got a pretty good blowout here, but that's pretty intense. I got to admit, Dang.
Yeah. Rough.
Sorry about your luck.
I get my hair blown out all the time, though. You can tell, right? I actually just got it freshly blown out.
You've got a great blowout. Yeah, really good. Really good stuff.
Thank you. All right. So we're talking about Ada Beavers again. So he actually, unfortunately, finished 5-10, last in the league. Okay. But once again, Cameron and I, the Pool Boys here, we do real deep dives. We really want to dive in to see what's happening there. And of his 10 losses, there was a loss by 1.94 points, a loss by 3.68 points, a loss by 1.72 points, and a loss by 0.02 points. So if just two of those go the other way, my Beavers are in the playoffs. So sorry, buddy, you're close, but no cigar. And you got Joey Burrow down there saying, man, he's loving him some victory cigars. And you got Red Auerbach and freaking Bill Russell, the biggest champions of all time. They sure are, Joe. But unfortunately for the Beavers, close, but no cigar. No
cigar for you. Not in the cards this year.
Not in the cards.
Good try. All right, River Bottom Nightmare. I want to take a deep dive into your season as well. It was a tale of 2 seasons. Little streaky. You might have been going streaking up to the quad, through the gymnasium. I don't know. Bring your green hat.
5
straight wins early on in the season. 6
5-1.
straight losses to end the season. Not how you want to finish. I'm sure you had injuries. Everybody has injuries. All right. This is wooftastic. Streaking. Is KFC still open? Taco Bell? I don't know. Sorry about your luck on this. Tale of 2 seasons. You ended up. It'd be great if you flipped them. It'd be great if you flipped them as like a true comeback story and be like, oh my gosh, what a great story. Nah, no, not so much. Not so much.
All right. So now we got to talk about Dawn Sells Mahomes. We haven't mentioned her name that much. Yes, she had the number 1 pick. And, Jonathan Taylor said he wasn't going to let her down. JK, he totally did. But, so Dawn, she was just kind of during the season, she was just steady as she goes, She didn't have a winning streak longer than 3. Okay, that's all right. Because on the flip side, she didn't have a losing streak longer than 3. All right. And, you finished the regular season 1 game over 500. You make the playoffs. It's just, all right, flying under that radar. Of the league, you're kind of like the vanilla ice cream. It's good. No one's going to be upset with vanilla, but it's like, okay, fine. You're like a 2007 silver Toyota Camry. Very reliable car. We love it. I think they're all still on the road 15 years later because it's a 2007 Toyota Camry. And then, the Jam Brady, like, okay, I'm not Marsha, but I'm here, guys. All right. So, Dawn, good season. You made it. You made it to the playoffs. Made a little run. But, steady as you went. Steady as you went.
Just nothing super noteworthy. I don't think that's a good thing, honestly. I don't know.
Not a bad thing. Not a good thing. Vanilla ice cream. All right. So now we got to talk about someone who missed the playoffs by that much.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Missed it by that much.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Just a bit outside. So once again, kneel before Zod. Okay, we're coming down to week 15. You are in control of your playoff destiny because you're sitting at 6-8. Okay, you win this game, you are in the playoffs because you have a great point differential. I was looking at your team heading into the playoffs like, oh crap, I hope Sharon does not make it because her team is scaring me. She can put up a lot of points. All right. So going into your final match against Joe Buck yourself, you were in control of your own destiny. You end up losing by just under 8 points. All right. So we looked at that matchup. You want to know how many points you got from your defense? 1 point. 1 point from your defense. If you had any of these defenses, which were available on the waiver wire, I was dumb and dropped the Patriots defense. If you went with the Bengals, Colts, Pats, Cardinals, Lions, or Packers, they all would have won you that game, and you would have been in the playoffs. But unfortunately, General Zod, you're trapped in the Phantom Zone with your other generals over there. So unfortunately, just a bit outside, missed it by that much. That much.
That one hurts. That one hurts bad.
That one hurts.
Okay, well, speaking of the playoffs and some other people who are crying, come on, playoff woes. Let's take our man Ethan here. Ethan lost his playoff matchup by 1.2 points. And this is actually beautiful irony for me because we happen to run a podcast together. And he asked me, hey, should I start Tom Brady or Trevor Lawrence in my quarterback? It's the playoffs. And I, of course, said, go with Trevor Lawrence. He's hot right now. He's awesome. I don't know if I want to. Tough matchup. Blah, 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 blah.
That is how I talk.
If it had started Trevor Lawrence, he'd be sitting in there in the finals of the playoffs. Just going to say it. Now, he might have still gotten smoked. Who knows? But he would have won this matchup, and that matters. Jason, on the other hand, had maybe a little bit more work to do to win his matchup, but it was possible because if he had started Jared Goff over Justin Herbert, George Pickens over Garrett Wilson. Deontay Foreman over Miles Sanders. Terrace Marshall over Michael Pittman. Obviously, he should have started Terrace Marshall, right? And then he also needed to get somehow 2.26 more points out of either the defense or the kicker. I'm sure there was some available that could have done it for him. He lost by 56. He got actually kind of steamrolled.
Jason, what were you thinking, man? Come on.
What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
Justin Herbert?
God.
You didn't start Terrace Marshall? Come on. What are you thinking?
Didn't somehow manifest more points out of your kicker? God.
Your kicker or defense couldn't get you 2.26 more points? I think it's a motivational issue. Personally, I blame that on the coaching.
That's coaching. That's all coaching.
Just going to say it.
Yep.
All right, but we do need to give some credit to Joe Buck yourself. He's taken a lot of heat so far in this video. However, Joe Buck yourself got the last laugh because Joe Buck yourself went into the consolation bracket and made some noise. Let's take a look at some season highlights first. Objectively, the worst draft. I think we can all agree. It's just a terrible draft. Just objectively, just a terrible draft. Even Yahoo said it was a bad draft. They don't know anything. So they give him a C on the report card. As you can see, very bottom of the report cards.
Very bottom.
Not very good. Started the season 1-6. We talked about that streak. 5-game losing streak. Not what you want. Maybe had a midseason pep talk. I don't know.
That's
Said,
good
hey,
coaching.
guys,
It's good coaching.
we got to do better than this. This isn't going to cut it. Still didn't make the playoffs. So I think he was pretty much out of reach at that point. However, there was a Disney movie storybook finish in the consolation bracket as Joe Buck yourself won and won and won again and won the consolation for 5th place for a 5th place trophy. Go Joe Buck yourself.
Yo, Buck yourself. Congrats, Joe. Well done. You've earned
Great job, Joe.
All right, let's talk about the champ. The champ is here. That's right, the regular season, which counts the most. What am I doing? You know, look at that. Finished number 1, 12-3 record. Look at the report card. A- on the draft. Laden with wide receiver talent. What am I doing about to wreck this league? And wreck this league, what am I doing did. I mean, he's the regular season champ. A total of 2,087 points, 140 points a week. My gosh, talk about wrecking this league. I mean, I have a banner. 2014 AFC finalists. I'm just like the Colts. But yes, this was the regular season. So I am the regular season chump, whatever you want to call it. Regular season champ. But something's still to be decided.
No one will remember your name.
That's why no one will remember your name.
Why?
Because the real champ,
The real champ!
Avengers, let's go! Neighborhood champ. Look at this chick rising through the playoffs. She takes down What Am I Doing in the semifinals in a 1.2 loss because he didn't play Trevor Lawrence. And then she goes into the finals and crushes Dawn Sells Mahomes by 31 points. Shiga Toxin Avengers. She's beaten E. coli. She's beaten this entire neighborhood. Beer this woman a trophy. Let's go. Ada Moorings, your champion, Shiga Toxin Avengers.
Well done, Katie. Totally earned it. You made your way into the playoffs, huge push through it, and you have earned that trophy. Congratulations to your King of the Neighborhood champion, the Shiga Toxin Avengers. So, Ada Moorings, it was awesome recapping this league. It was fun to watch it throughout the whole season. We can't wait to see you next year, and we'll see if Katie can hold on to that crown. Until next time, the Pool Boys are out.